Cooligans.
Let's go. What's good, everybody? Welcome back. It's been too long since we've been here. We obviously we didn't we pre-recorded
a show. You and I haven't been here since last week.
Exactly. So a lot's changed in a week.
Nice to see you. You signed my yearbook, which was cool.
I put I kissed it, but with my lipstick on, obviously, so you remember.
It was good that you were just wearing it that day. You did the whole KIT, keep in touch.
That's how you grew up in in the Latino school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I have my junior high school and high school yearbooks have a few kisses.
No, here's the thing. Did they kiss over their own photo or on a blank page?
On a blank page.
You got to get the kiss over their own photo.
That seems even creepier.
You know what it is? They do it when they didn't like the photo.
They kiss. They put the lipstick over their own photo,
and then they sign over their own photo, which is stupid because then you'd be like, I don't know what she looks like, but here's what her lips look like in case she commits a crime with the mouth.
A crime of the mouth. Yes, we know.
Which we've all been there. Prom night,
bro.
Anybody?
Those are my favorite true crime documentaries. The crime of the mouth.
My favorite podcasts. The first 48 of the mouth.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
It's the Cooligans, buddy.
Look, always on brand. I promise we'll get to soccer, football, whatever you want to call it at some point. But excited for today's show. A lot of fun things to discuss. A lot of serious things to discuss as well. So, that people come to us when they want that hard-hitting journalism.
They say, who takes this game too serious? Oh, yeah, the Cooligans.
Okay, all right. That's what we're known for. But we're excited to be here. Hello, my name is Christian Polanco.
I'm Alexis Guerrero.
And before
wrong one.
No, bro, that's what you sound like.
What is it? They yelled at us. It's the red-tailed herring.
Hey, I forgot the name. I forgot the name of the actual bird that is, but it is not an eagle. But I mean, why change it?
You know what it reminds me of? Remember when I threatened to fight an eagle for you?
Yes.
And then I had to apologize to said eagle.
that was genuinely an eagle.
Yeah. Yo, bro, it was dead.
He was pretty quiet. He just
quiet.
Gave us a silent stare.
He gave you. He did that quick turn. I said, bro, I'm gonna have to beat up a predator.
How to beat up a predator with Alexis Guerrero.
Bro, I would have cooked that joint. Eating wings.
Okay, but
in Germany.
Before we get started, I want to make sure I do this because we haven't had too much time in the.
We gotta unbox
the last
It's already unboxed.
But last previous shows, we got some artwork sent to us.
Why are you hiding it? They already saw it.
I'm getting all the stuff.
They already saw it.
But we got some artwork of ourselves.
Dude, how great is that?
That looks super accurate.
What do we look like? I look like a Greek man who sells trinkets.
So shout out to
Patrick
Gabaldon, I believe. Yeah. So
he's so good. We have like little cards.
He goes by Pico as well. But no.
Oh yeah, Pico.
This dude.
He doesn't just draw, dude. He designs
fan of the show, and sent us.
Hit my ISO real quick. Let me show them socks.
I like these socks, bro. These are mad nice.
Look at these, bro.
Yeah, it sent us socks with his designs on them.
With love from El Paso. Oh, he's from El Paso.
You love to see it.
Texas. Stay sharp, stay prickly, bloom brightly. Aw.
Thank you so much. He sent us a card as well, right? What does it say,
Mike? Yeah, he sent us a card. I got Cooligans and team. Thank you for all the funny soccer content. I love all you do and you being a breath of fresh air to the soccer space. A small thank you distribute to everyone you'd like. Blangola, stand up.
Blangola, stand
up. He knows. He's a listener. He knows.
El Paso has now been accepted into Blangola.
So
remember El Paso.
Shout out to Patrick. Go give him a follow at Gabaldon Art. On IG. Does incredible work. I mean, you can see some of the stuff, some of the designs for Tifos, as well for El Paso Locomotive. Just a great
bro. He's killing it.
I love it. I love it. So thank you so much for these. You're gonna see these on our background soon, and we're gonna get all that done.
Look at the community we're surrounded by. True artists,
amazing people. El Paso, pride of that's where Pepe's from.
Ricardo Pepe, Brendan Vasquez.
Let's go.
Jenny Chu.
Burrito.
They have their own burrito.
Where's he play?
Burrito, bro. He played at Atletico Madrid. You guys don't know him.
Love to see
No,
it.
they have their own burrito. They have an El Paso style burrito. It's like a very traditional
Haven't tried it. Okay.
burrito.
I gotta.
The ends are open. It's very small. It looks a lot like a donair durum, if you will.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
Of course, bro. The room.
The screen
It's me.
The screen went dark for a second. I think you hit the wrong button. I was just like, what happened to the show?
We lost it for a second. We're back.
But all good.
All right, we'll do it in post.
We'll do it in post. We'll fix it in post. Thank you so much, Patrick. Seriously, really, really appreciate it. Really, really, just beautiful stuff. Incredible work. So again, Gabaldon Art. Go give him a follow.
He should, if he lived in Jersey, it would be Gabagool Art.
Missed opportunity.
Hey, if you move, you already got the business.
Let's just do a quick recap, real quick, since we didn't get to.
We're fans of strikers, you and I.
We are.
Yeah, because you know why? They shoot their shot.
Okay, but let me just set this up because obviously Lionel Messi played his game against LAFC. It was just Messi against LAFC. According
As far as the media is concerned,
as far as Apple TV,
have you clicked the Apple TV button? It is Messi-a-thon in there, bro.
Okay, it is. It's just it's Messi and then whatever.
Yeah.
The new show from what's his name? I forget his name. Not Toby Maguire.
Kiefer Sutherland or whatever.
But I'm saying there's always just like Messi is just like one of the
superstars. One of the
superstars that we need to be paying attention to.
Yeah,
right? Apple, Tim Cook is.
They put like Messi and then versus, and they put like the silhouette when there's no picture for the player in FIFA. They're like other player.
So look, the celebs were out. We saw
when he played in LA, you were going to see a different type of celebrity than you see in Miami.
Exactly.
Miami,
right?
you get a lot of DJ Khaled. You get a Diddy.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
My former boss, Diddy.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. You get Raul Alejandro. Right. With the girl he cheated with.
Okay, well, let's not speculate.
Yeah, he knows. Camila Cabello. She was there too, bro. They
Bro,
sat one row
slow
apart.
down.
As if that means
Slow
anything.
down.
You think they wouldn't catch you, Raul?
Extra. This is the
Come
extra
on,
games,
yo.
bro.
You think we wouldn't catch you, Raul? By the way, we side with you, Raul. Look at this shirt.
Slow down. I'm just saying.
We
look,
don't side with the
Rosalia
colonizers.
and Raul Alejandro, they
Had
apparently
broken their engagement.
on. It didn't work out,
Bro.
I have my theory. It was that was a media sort of relationship to help build their own careers. That's my theory.
Think of how this would have bridged the gap between the colonizers and the colonized. You know?
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. We just need a healthy relationship between a Spaniard and somebody a Latino from the Caribbean to fix all of this awful history that we have on our hands.
And I know Spain got a lot of new history they need to fix.
they got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Okay, let the healing begin. But okay, so to move on, yes, a lot of celebs that go to the ones who go to Miami are the ones. The ones who go to Miami are usually the ones that are like, I bucket list. I gotta make sure I am in Drive Pink Stadium to see Lionel Messi.
Or you're associated with Miami already.
Right, or you got a summer home or whatever.
Yeah. You trying to avoid
But people out
taxes.
in LA, it's like, it's just another thing to do.
Yeah,
right?
but in LA, it's like, oh, Messi's here? Well, then I have to see him. We have the same agent. It's like that.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna stop sipping my tea at the Grove, and, and head over to
my matcha with organic human milk.
That's my favorite. How you know my order?
Bro, I heard you order it so many times on illegalteas.com.
So anyway. So it's a
Someone buy illegalteas.com and send it to our website.
so the vibe is obviously very different.
LA, big superstar. You saw the list. The list was crazy.
Which is also crazy that they gave the list to everybody all the media members. They gave the list of all the celebs that were at the game. It's a different approach. We were seeing
LA different.
LA is different. They're like,
which is good because remember when Neymar and Vinicius Jr. were at the Knicks game and they just showed both of them and they were like Neymar at the bottom and Vinny was like. Vinny got all sad.
Neymar and some dude.
Yeah.
Just some dude that is constantly yelled the N-word at him.
In Spain.
In Spain.
See what I mean about the things we need to fix about Spain?
You gotta highlight.
You
who's
should
gonna
have
do that.
stayed with Rosalie unless he did you.
So obviously the game was great, right? I thought LAFC should have. I'm not going to say win the game easily, but I thought it would have been fairly competitive.
Actually, if you're quiet, you can hear Denny Boanga wasting another opportunity.
It's an interesting sound.
Yeah.
It's usually Carlos Vela saying, "This is fucking bullshit."
Yeah. Wide open.
Why
With his left foot begging to kick a ball.
So that was pretty wild. Boanga, I don't know, just decided to have the worst game of his career, essentially.
Right. But hey, you gotta shoot through the worst game, and he did.
I mean, it's so surreal because it was a little bit like of like, bro, he's like, I'm gonna be a star today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, y'all talking about Messi? Messi gonna be talking
Have you
about
heard
me.
about Denny Buanga?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna be changing the headlines tomorrow.
Messi
and-
gonna be like, yo, does he qualify for Argentina?
because I mean, was the moment too big for him? I mean, I wouldn't think that. The guy's an absolute killer.
But this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about the celebrities in the stands.
the celebrities in the stands, yes. So
Look, Tyga was there. Not really a celebrity, if you ask me. But behind him was a Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
And there's a very funny meme of her reacting real big to I think it was a miss shot by Messi. If I'm
It was
not
the
mistaken.
James McCarthy
The-
save.
the-
where
yeah,
he
yes.
stuck his arm out. And
yeah.
So look, she's I believe Mexican American, if I'm not mistaken, or is she just Mexican?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I
Whatever.
see.
don't know where she's
first name
originally
Selena,
born.
last name Gomez.
I'm
We
gonna
all
say
know
she's from
she
El
is.
Paso. I don't know.
She lives in a building in New York where there's a lot of
Dude,
murders,
she's from
apparently.
Texas. That's crazy.
Okay, yeah.
So she's Mexican American. Okay.
I don't know if she's Mexican at
she
all.
is Mexican.
Okay.
She's
so cool.
Mexican.
All right.
You know, she's not. She is now. Okay. For the purpose of this conversation, you're in LA.
Hey, this is also wildly irrelevant to what we're talking about. But
no,
okay.
it's not, because look, Christian Pulisic shared the video and saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
you guys," and let me quote him. Let them know they're invited to U.S. national team games too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, them and there is very purposely used because a long time ago, not that long ago, one of these like Good Morning America type interviews or extra type interviews
Extra.
asked him, "Who's his celebrity crush?" And he said, Selena Gomez.
Yeah. Whoa. Alexis.
And now he has a video with Selena Gomez. Where he says, let them know they're invited to U.S. national team games too.
Wow. Let me just hit one more time for the sake of no reason.
He's pulling a Denny Bwanka. He's shooting all the shots.
So, okay. I mean, you can't blame him.
You think he's out here, you know what I mean?
I mean, I could see he could be doing the effort of,
These are just celebrities.
these just celebrities. Get the celebrities. I think. Why don't they support us as well?
Let me tell you something.
And why can't they also one of those people
Uh-huh.
could also be Selena Gomez at the game?
Let me tell you something, Christian. If Rihanna happens to go to a Men in Blazers event and they post the video,
Is they start rolling through as well?
and you share the one with just Rihanna in it and say, hey, tell them they could come to a Cooligans event too, I'm going to reach out and go, of all the videos you could have picked, you picked the one with Rihanna.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah.
I think
It's a fair question to start asking.
let
you know?
us know if you think Christian was trying to shoot a shot. Christian Pulisic, who was trying to shoot a shot.
Christian Blanco's
Yeah,
going
or
after
if this was
Selena,
just
bro.
Christian P. You decide which one. I'm not going to sit here and
Christian was out in LA too at the Messi.
Yeah.
Let us know if he meant Tyga as well, or if you think this was specifically sent to Selena. You're from Texas, Gomez.
Yeah. So that it's an interesting he's not mad at he's like a 2-for-1.
Right.
you
He
know?
didn't post this when
He's-
DJ Khaled and Diddy were
right.
at the Miami game.
He's just doing this for U.S. soccer. He is an ambassador.
He is an ambassador
for the U.S. men's national team, and he's just trying to get the program to be acknowledged by some of these celebs.
He's got a whole new swag now. He's in Milan. You know what I mean?
Scoring
He's
goals,
balling.
getting minutes, playing soccer.
Whoa, he is being put on the team sheet. He has a new level of confidence.
Exactly.
As a Chelsea fan, I don't even understand that.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Everyone knows Americans are not allowed to play in Chelsea. It's part of the rules.
Sure.
Exactly.
But now he's got a whole new level of confidence, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
I think we're seeing
I
I think
think-
we're seeing the maturity of Christian Pulisic.
this is, he has a bunch of Italian friends.
Yeah.
That he's talking with his hands.
A lot of buttons unbuttoned on their shirts going, no, you need to tell her you love her. Christian.
Did you see the Mikel Arteta comments about about Kai Havertz.
Yeah,
about
bro.
how he gave an analogy.
Oh, did I?
About
Well, the first time I met my wife, I could not conquer her.
and it's like you just have to keep trying and trying until.
I put the picture of a conquistador. I say how Mikel Arteta pulled up to his first date. He's got the like balloon pants or whatever, the pointy hat.
Bro, what? It's just a. So some people were saying like, it might be like it's like a colloquialism of the how in Spanish. That's how you would say it. Doesn't necessarily mean conquer.
Well, look, we've talked about the Spanish. Maybe the way you guys speak and act around women needs to be adjusted.
Yes. So that brings us to our next subject because we have to talk about. Everything happening with Mason Greenwood and Getafe. This is a very surreal and very strange way of. I did not think this is how this story would go. No. Obviously, we all saw the images, the domestic violence.
The audio is horrendous.
It's a nightmare. I mean, there's no way. Look, Manchester United fans, most Manchester United fans without blue checks were basically saying like, yo, we can't have this dude in our club.
A lot of the blue checks are like, and by the way, he's not.
Yeah.
He's not innocent.
We all saw and we all heard.
No, not even that. The trial had to be dismissed because all of the accusers, or not the accusers, all of the witnesses bailed.
Yeah.
So not innocent. They just couldn't proceed with the trial or the charges. And I know rules are different in England where you're not allowed to say someone did blank until the charges are actually filed. So I get that there's rules in England as to why you couldn't say it for a lot of the people who do content, but I think they were very vocal about saying maybe this guy doesn't necessarily carry the qualities of a Manchester United player or who should be on Manchester
without
United.
a doubt. And
because now there's also allegations circling Anthony.
Yeah,
which are horrific as well.
It's just Manchester United are just having just the worst kind of situation. I mean, look, this stuff has to be handled in probably the best way they possibly can, which is being acknowledging legally what they're allowed to do, legally what they're allowed to say. I think the Manchester United statement afterwards was uncomfortable because it felt like they were not only
soft stepping it a little bit.
Well, basically just reacting to the fact that like we didn't want to do this, but we sort of have to do this, and like they're looking after him.
Yeah,
right?
I do forgive some of that stuff because there's so much legalese that has to be.
Yeah.
The way it has to be worded, so to protect themselves legally, and you don't want to get in a prolonged, lawsuit. You don't want to.
So
you don't want that. If you love the club, you don't want the money from the club going to that either. So I kind of understand how frustrating that could be, and we've had lawyers having to look through stuff. You know what I mean? And you're like, this isn't what I even said.
Right,
but it has to be said that way to protect yourself. So I get that.
So
the weird part is that a club was like, nah, it's cool. We'll make a show of it.
So that's a strange
part.
part.
Not just the club, though, Alexis.
So
like
1,000 fans that showed up.
Yeah, Getafe.
Fabrizio Romano, too, bro. Turned it into. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a second. So he goes on loan to Getafe, right? But the statement at the end, basically at the end of the statement from Manchester United, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't have it in front of me, but it essentially is just like, he's not, he didn't sort of claiming like he didn't do the things that we've seen what's in the media and not all of it is true and blah, blah, blah. So it just looks like the loan is part of this sort of PR.
Buy some time?
Not even buy some time. It just seems like a PR campaign to sort of heal his perception and his career. So the agreement, right? It must be like if you're Manchester United, it's tough to offload this player, right? Who's gonna take him, knowing what videos and images are out there? So it
Getafe.
So we
Getafe's like, no, we good.
Getafe.
In fact, they're like, are you getting rid of Anthony as well? We'll take him.
So it's like Getafe stands
Did you
up.
hear Getafe just hired Luis Rubiales? Did you hear that?
Not even. I wouldn't even be shocked. I know you're joking.
Literally would
I know
not
you're
be
joking. I'm like,
surprised
lateral move, bro. So no, not surprising. But the images and video of Greenwood Greenwood being announced by Getafe, showing, getting
the confetti or whatever.
Children taking photos with him, signing autographs. To me, it seems like a coordinated effort from Manchester United to say, whatever club we're going to loan you to, we're going to talk to them, and they're going to handle you in a way that is like, we're going to try to make you look good. Right. And it's just so surreal because it's just like, bro, they're not even addressing any of the allegations, issues. It's just like, yo, this is an exciting new player, coming from England, and what a great talent that we have.
United was like, look, and I don't know this for a fact, but they were probably like, what if we don't charge you a loan fee? But you gotta make my boy look good.
Okay, yeah. Get the social admin on the phone. Seriously. Okay? Because
we don't need to talk to the coach. We don't care.
Do you have a Canva account? Because we're gonna do everything we can.
How good are you at making someone look like a K-pop star, even though they are a wildly problematic, possibly domestic violence abuser?
It's just it feels gross. Right?
It feels
to see the
like
fireworks,
the political machine.
It is. It's running. Running.
And then there also people have concerns about Fabrizio Romano as well, because Fabrizio is obviously he is a journalist. I mean, there's probably no other word to describe what he does.
He's probably not a journalist.
He's an insider journalist.
Yeah,
I think that word is very important because it just tells you the difference between someone who has, and Fabrizio's information is almost always great, right? He's almost always right. He's almost first.
I think a lot of other people tweeted before him, but
that's the accusation. But
the accusation is that he's more of a curator. But to some degree, if he says it almost forces clubs to finalize deals.
An influential man, nonetheless.
And he probably has a lot of sources and stuff. So regardless of who tweets what first, yes.
It's just like he's turned this whole thing into a propaganda. Like, this is the problem when you have someone who's an insider who's getting their information from one person, right? We can assume from everything he's tweeted about Mason Greenwood, he has someone either at Manchester United or in Mason Greenwood's camp.
Or some powerful agent who's like, hey, man, I gave you information.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Blank. You got to help me out with this.
If you want the next big scoop, you got to help me out with this one. And that's what it really seems like is happening here.
Yeah, so
it does make you feel dirty, only because what the allegations against him are something that you would just assume all men, women, everyone would just be like perturbed by.
Yeah.
And I get that we're like in this new era of like this whole section of society that will just jump to the defense of anyone who has any allegations against them just to troll the other side or whatever. I get that those people exist, but how? You all had moms. You all have, maybe some of you have sisters. Some of you are women yourself. How do you let stuff like this slide? And I've actually been kind of inspired by a lot of the people who do content and stuff where you're like, I hope they don't have a bad take on something like that. And they've actually been like, get this guy out of Manchester United. And you're like, oh, all right. Okay. All right. Good. So, but to see some people sort of defend it and to see Getafe act like they just found some gem in the English Premier League.
There's no way that there has to be some people at Getafe that are like, yo, this doesn't feel right.
Bro, the fans wrote a letter saying they didn't want Sergio Ramos back at Sevilla, his original club, because of the way he acted playing against them 15 years ago or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But no one at Getafe wrote a letter?
Yeah. Look, it is what it is. I mean, the Getafe, they're usually a team that are fighting relegation and stuff like that.
Probably most known for having a Burger King logo on their shirt.
So look, this is the ugly side of the business. I mean, there's no other real way to put it. I mean, Getafe I understand, even if they sign the player on loan and you're like, all right, we have him and he's a good player. Yes, there's a lot of, quote unquote baggage, but to not only sign him and then just do the media blitz of like, how excited are we? Just treat him like he is just a superstar player arriving and not just act like none of this ever happened.
There's no contrition in any of it. And also, if you are back with the original accuser, and I don't know that 100%, but I know that's been said to me, but I want to say allegedly because I don't know that for sure. But if you are back with the original accuser and you are Manchester United and you believe that he's innocent or somewhat innocent, or some of the things have been said. Why has there not been an interview with the two of them where they've sat down with some journalist, not Piers Morgan, please, and gone
it
through?
Would be someone like Piers Morgan, though. It would be someone that would take his side. This entire thing, Christian used the word like contrived or whatever before. The machine is building this so that we forget. You know what I mean? They're trying to push it
begin
under
to
the
forgive. And
as quickly as we can. It's terrible.
Yeah. So I don't know, where look, my theory is that he plays well, and maybe the thought is it's either he plays so well, and
he's going to go back. I said this to Christian before the show. I promise he's going back to United, because if United was already done with him, they would have gotten rid of him.
They would have gotten rid of him. Yeah, they keep leaving the door open for him to return, which is
or he plays well and his image is repaired enough to sell him on for a good fee, where Manchester United feel happy about
the only reason I might be okay with him playing in Manchester United is because the opposing fans are going to have chants that are going to cook this dude.
It's going to be.
I just feel like he shouldn't be playing it.
No, he
shouldn't be playing anymore.
He shouldn't be playing. He shouldn't. I mean, look, when we created jails and stuff, was to get bad people out of our society so we could continue. This guy's beaten, allegedly abusing his significant other. That's the type of person we don't want in our society.
Exactly.
Very, very, just wild. I mean, just
don't come to MLS,
dude. Do not.
So yeah, just some of this stuff is so surreal. Man, it makes. I mean, there's no easy. Should we even transit? I mean, like it makes me want to retire. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no
certainly
easy.
After this, I need to chill.
I need to chill without a doubt. I'm
so sorry.
This is hard work. It is. It can be incredibly taxing.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with very serious stories like these. So I mean, there's no easy.
After such a difficult career,
this is the least comfortable Coors Light transition we've ever done.
How do you see yourself retiring? Are you more of a beach guy, or are you a city guy?
I think city guy, in a nice, quaint town.
So not a city.
On my e-scooter.
Okay. Have you heard of Getafe? Well, I'm probably gonna live in a city forever, but it doesn't matter. When I retire, I want to just kick my feet up. You know what I mean? I want to relax. I want to chill, and when I chill, I do with a nice cold Coors Light.
That's right. That is the move. That is what it's the definition of relaxing.
The Blue Mountains tell you when it's nice and cold, and let's test it.
Then Blue Mountains are speaking to me.
Wow, that's cold. Perfect. And boy, did I need a drink after that last segment.
So shout out to Coors Light.
It's as cold as the Rockies, folks.
Okay, which are pretty cold. I wish I could snowboard down those Blue Mountains right on the can. Okay,
give it a try.
I want to do that. So this summer, chill like you're retired with a Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/Cooligans.
That's CoorsLight.com/Cooligans. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
All right. Let's get to another serious.
Let's get out of that as quickly as we can.
Another serious story. Your boy Jordan Henderson is also doing a nice, I don't know, just trying to justify his decision to play in Saudi Arabia. He's also kind of salty. I don't know if you saw this.
I think he's upset at it's being framed as he's upset at the LGBTQ community, but I don't think he specifically said that. I think he's upset about how his move is being thrown back in his face, because if you remember.
No, what I would just say, he's not upset at the LGBTQ
No, but that's
community.
the way it's being framed. But if you watch his interview, he didn't say that.
No, yeah, because obviously he's leaving Liverpool to go. What club did he go to?
He went to El Attifaq, which is
Steven Gerrard.
Steven Gerrard,
which is also where Damari Gray is going.
Forced the move to, yes.
So, but Jordan Henderson was very vocal and an ally in supporting the LGBTQ.
It was incredible. He wore the rainbow armband. He wore the laces. He reminded you of it.
Yes.
But no, he did. He reminded everyone of it, which has become a meme now in England. They're like, leave him alone. He wore the laces. It's become a whole meme. But, okay, so his career's done at Liverpool. Liverpool needs to rejuvenate their midfield, potentially now find a replacement for Salah. Although by now I think we would have known
Yeah, it's
had he
closed.
moved.
He rejected the final offer.
Oh, Jesus, so dumb. Liverpool, very dumb business. But anyway, so they sell Jordan Henderson for a fee they probably wouldn't have been able to get, right? Or did he go for free? I know he's
No,
getting
they
paid
got
a lot
something
more.
for him.
They got something for him.
They're getting, I know that they're, he's making a lot more than he would have elsewhere.
Without a doubt. So
Yes.
12 million. 12 million.
12 million. Pretty
Liverpool.
good. Not a bad deal for Jordan Henderson, a player that was on the out at Liverpool. And look, had a great career at Liverpool, right? Player of the year for them at one point. Captain, very
Legend.
important. But yes, he moves. So all of a sudden, people were saying, but wait a minute. You were such a advocate and such an ally for the LGBTQ plus community, but now you're going to a place where they don't have the same rights as everyone else.
Right.
So how do you make amends? So he finally spoke out.
yes, and some of the quotes in the Athletic interview, just
Let's start with it's not about money.
He said it's not about money.
Okay.
He also did imply.
Let me talk about
yeah.
it's not the money. You don't buy a cake because of the icing, but you are really happy it's there, right? You right?
I'm not a huge fan of icing, but I
But
get
you know what I
it.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Would you want a cake without icing? The whole thing?
Don't mind it, but I get it.
We're talking to the wrong person. Mike, you're a normal
I'm
human being. Right? You may not be
You
like,
want the icing.
you don't want a pile of icing. You want cake.
With the
But
icing.
you're happy the icing's there.
Yes.
That's the money. Maybe he's not lying. Maybe he's like, I didn't move because of the money. But you didn't go play in the Canadian Premier League. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I got to be real. I think he's totally lying.
For sure. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Look,
100% he's lying.
There's a like you mentioned the stuff about Salah getting a lot of interest and
270 million American dollars.
and offers. The offers will be at the doorstep for Mohamed Salah to play in Saudi Arabia, of course. And basically a lot of the
Look, Mohamed Salah, a Muslim, a god in that community as well. Not literally a god, but someone beloved in that community. Someone who I think...
Allah, if you will.
Yeah, I didn't say it. Salah is what he meant to say.
that was a good one. That was a good one.
So he's someone who I think the fans that are pulling for the Saudi league and for a league of their own to do well would love to see a Mohamed Salah in that league. Jordan Henderson ain't on that list, bro.
Nobody's necessarily, praying in Jordan Henderson's direction.
No one's saying Jordan Henderson, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
No one's saying, wallahi, we need Jordan Henderson in this league.
The main thing is, and I think what Saudi Arabia and their league has shown that everybody has a price. I don't care who you are.
We got a price, bro.
Everybody has a price, and when it's interesting because some players have said no, right? Antoine Griezmann was rumored to have offers as well, and he said that there's no amount of money. I'm not going to go. I'm staying at the club, and who knows? I mean, it could all just be kind of PR,
Or it could be a way to get more money.
maybe. But
They're like 10 million. I'll never go. 100 million. All right, I'm gone.
Look, it's complicated, but I don't necessarily want to hold Jordan Henderson. I'm not looking to Jordan Henderson to be the pillar of ethics on really anything.
But he was the one that inserted himself into, and that's what everyone's upset about,
Right,
right?
right,
Is
right.
the hypocrisy, is that he came out as this
Right.
bastion of the LGBTQ community.
And I actually would respect him a little more if he came out and said, hey, this is the end of my career. It's a last time to make a large sum of money.
Right.
Part
if
of
he had
which,
said it is about the money, I would have been like,
even if
okay,
he didn't
Jordan
specifically
Henderson.
say it's about the money, but he was like, hey, I hope to do good things with this money. This is a good opportunity to put my family in an even better situation. To me, I'm like, just mention, you know what I mean? Mention what the good that you could do. Maybe 10% you're going to donate. You know what I mean? Like, say something that would get people off your back. And you're still going to be called a hypocrite just the same as you're being called now, regardless of what you say. But at least then there's a little bit of more of a positive feeling where you're like, well, at least he told us his real intentions.
Right. So also the interviewer was Adam Crafton, who we met. Remember in Germany.
That's right.
We went on a media trip.
Yeah.
With Adam. I think this might have been before he was at the Athletic.
Probably.
But it was a couple years ago. This was 2018?
19.
19? I don't remember. Anyway. and he's also been very vocal about this as well, and really, asking Jordan Henderson tough questions. And the one thing, and I just want to make sure I have the exact quote, but Henderson sort of essentially said that him being at a Saudi club is a good thing for, as far as as far as his views and being in support of the LGBT community. And it's an interesting, I don't know if he really believes that, or is he just saying
that's good. That's good marketing.
Yeah,
It's
no,
just
he doesn't believe
It's like
that.
just justifying your decision.
He's like, yeah, I'll wear the rainbow laces as long as no one gets offended.
It's tough because look, I understand.
What do you want the guy to do? Also, like, he's not gonna. You don't want to get in trouble.
Right.
I'll say. In that country.
The thing is, like, this is a bigger issue that is obviously above Jordan Henderson, and Jordan Henderson getting specifically targeted for like the decision he made in his own life, when there's obviously it's a institutional problem. It's an issue with FIFA,
but also
Qatar getting awarded the World Cup.
Gary Neville was vocal against the Qatar World Cup, and next thing you know, he's like, "Come to Qatar."
Right.
Yeah.
Did he do that really?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
So like, we see whatever. We see teams, the advertising board say visit Qatar, and like the money, they're investing so much money in making that making the region attractive.
Sports washing is the term used.
Sports washing, tourism.
Yeah.
We know what they're doing.
Bro, Lionel Messi gets paid what, $2.5 million or something every time he posts some crazy number.
To me, I think it's also
it's in Neymar's contract.
Yeah,
Right,
but he
right.
gets extra money if he posts. Yeah.
And this is the thing, that footballers are being used as these marketing tools for whatever product or purpose.
Sports superstars are being used as conduits to change the perception of a nation, of a Gulf state.
And we all kind of are okay with it.
Yeah.
We're like, yo, get the bag, bro. But then it's like, I guess it brings up the bigger question of like, can you be bought out of your values? Like, does this mean that Jordan Henderson does not care about the LGBT community by signing with the Saudi club?
I don't think it does.
It's not that.
But hey, if you were vocal about other people doing something, I get why you would be called out for it.
It's a tough decision because so many people are accepting the Saudi money and going to play there. So if Jordan Henderson says, "Oh, I'll never play there because of the fact that gay people don't have rights in those countries," and then it's like Steven Gerrard's out there like, "Oh, what you saying all that for, bro?
Yeah.
Like, yo, I'm trying to coach out here. Why are you doing all this? You're making it hot for me,
Right.
So I can understand.
Also, look how much money I'm about to throw you.
So it's a look. I understand calling out the hypocrisy, if that's what you feel it is. I think it's a very
It's a complicated subject.
It's almost kind of subjective. But again, if Jordan Henderson does not go to play in Saudi Arabia, I don't know exactly him specifically making that decision. I don't know how much of a difference necessarily it makes on the general problem. It's what's helpful is calling out the people that are going, but him simply not going, I don't think is.
And maybe if you're going to find any silver lining to this, there's some type of progress being made that someone who is so vocal, pro LGBTQ plus, is sort of allowed to play there.
Okay,
right? Is
that something?
It
doesn't seem like a lot.
It doesn't seem like a lot.
I think you're really looking for it if like that's all you can find out of.
I think that's it. That's the only silver lining I can think of.
But I don't think Jordan Henderson's going to go over to Saudi Arabia and be like, "Hey guys, let's all throw on the rainbow armband." Like that's not going to happen.
He did suggest that maybe he can make a change from the inside. It's like maybe you just kick a couple balls, buddy. You know?
And also thinks of making some changes with a boot. Bro.
Yeah. Maybe this isn't the way.
So it's tough. I mean, and I guess he's getting more criticism because he has been so vocal of an ally.
If you're a member of the LGBTQ community, I can understand why you feel
100%.
You should feel,
abandoned.
especially if you're a Liverpool fan,
Exactly.
or a big Jordan Henderson fan in general, and you're LGBTQ, And now all of a sudden,
I would feel betrayed. I would feel totally betrayed.
bro, imagine, I went to go work somewhere that was, didn't allow Dominicans to have
Damn,
rights.
bro.
What, the Uber? I don't know who that would be. I don't know who that would be. But
You gonna take my sancocho spot job, bro?
damn,
How dare you?
yo, they said you're not allowed to have tight jeans with ripped knees in the whole country.
Damn,
Bro,
That's your culture, dog.
that's my identity. How dare you?
Yo, I can understand you being upset if I were to take that gig. You know what I mean?
Yes. Look. So I don't know.
If you went to go work for the, Che, organization,
yeah.
I'd be like, yo, that dude tried to kill my mom, bro.
It's an interesting aspect, and I think it's the just the fact that the Saudi leagues are just throwing so much money
So
around.
much money.
It just. I mean, this is what money does. Money can corrupt your values. That's just the absolute truth.
So let me corrupt them even more. Because I came up with this idea on Morning Footy, and I want to hear what you think.
Okay, I'm sure the whole panel loved it. But I can't
Now,
wait.
the only negative is that this will have to take place in Columbus, Ohio. No disrespect to Columbus. Saudi Pro League All-Stars versus MLS All-Stars.
Yo.
Bro.
Yo.
Cristiano
that would low-key be
Ronaldo
cool.
versus Messi in Columbus, Ohio.
Why Columbus, Ohio?
That's where the next All-Star game
oh,
is.
right. Oh, that's right.
There's no way around it, dude. There's no way around it, dude.
I thought you was like, this is the marquee
Yeah,
spot.
I know.
We gotta
There's
make
only
sure
one place in the world where this could take place.
the two superstars in the world battle out in flyover
Right.
country.
Two gladiators in the only coliseum that can handle both.
Lower.com field.
Oh,
We know you were thinking it.
bro!
Okay.
Before you said it, we said it,
Okay.
bro. The SPL All Stars.
Bro, you think
I would be down.
you think Cristiano Ronaldo's getting through customs?
Bro, he hasn't been to the United States
Okay,
in quite a
we're
while.
gonna have to do it in Saudi Arabia, bro. Yo, the MLS All Star game in Saudi Arabia, bro.
Bro.
Oh my God, that's an even better idea.
I mean, look, if you think Jordan Henderson
Yeah,
got something,
I mean, you
I
guys-
don't know. I don't know what you expected.
When did you get on one of them Apple conference calls, buddy? Oh, you a shareholder, Papa? We going
Yes.
to Saudi Arabia.
But you, my friend, only 20.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially with Tim Cook being an openly gay man.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is going to work out.
Bro.
You heard Apple TV got a new deal. I say if you buy a subscription to season pass at twice the price, you get a second one for free, bro. They trying to make money out here, bro.
Well,
Is Tim Cook openly gay?
Yes, he is.
Oh, I did
Yeah,
not
man.
know that. Yeah, they
And
not
if,
doing it.
if Tim Cook could compromise his values for a game like this, I mean, I don't know. There's no
Hey,
hope
bro,
for any of us.
They paid $2 billion for this league, bro. And he's like, look, for the shareholders, we got to make this money back.
Damn, bro. Tim.
Damn, Tim, like,
What
bro.
are you doing to us, too?
I know, Tim, like, I ain't happy about it.
My goodness. So yeah, pretty wild. All this stuff. I mean, again,
What do you think of the idea?
What do I think of the idea? I mean,
It would be sick.
It would be crazy.
I would be
yeah,
down
it would
with
be. It would be a huge event and wildly problematic. You
It
want?
would be the last time, unless a major change happens, that Cristiano Ronaldo plays Messi.
sure.
Twitter
Okay.
would be electric that day, bro. Can
But
you
not that
imagine?
he was asked about Messi. Somebody asked him a question at a press conference just about like the comparison again, and he gave like a much more. I want to get the quote in front
No,
of me.
he recently said something like, you see all the stars that are coming here.
He did say that.
He
yeah,
did one
that was
today.
a couple
I
weeks
believe
ago.
the quote was, "The rivalry is now over between him and Messi."
Right. Because you see what we're doing here, what he's doing there. We should just like appreciate everything. I'm like, who's this guy?
Bro, that's not the run. Where's the problematic?
you have never talked like this.
How could you look at yourself in the mirror many times a day?
We don't.
with
Nobody cares about a Cristiano Ronaldo who is healed,
Contrite.
and who has grown up.
No, who let you talk to a therapist, bro? We need Messi Ronaldo with the Y.
Literally,
Messi
just
Ronaldo.
anybody asks you about Messi, and then he just shows his abs. You
Yeah.
know, just Ronaldo's abs. He's like, nah,
And
bro.
he's like, may I remind you that Rooney is ugly, and I am not. Where's that Ronaldo, bro?
Okay, I want to play this real quick, and we'll wrap up in a little bit. But VAR, especially in England, they're doing a lot of. Speaking of PR, everybody's trying to fix their image. This episode is really just about everybody.
This is the heal yourself.
Bro, we're basically,
This is eat, pray, love, bro.
We're like crisis management. This is essentially what this episode is about. But VAR has gotten a lot of heat, especially in the beginning of this Premier League season, because it's just been bad, right?
Yeah.
It's just they're not doing what people think they should be doing.
Mike Dean is revealing he's not making VAR calls because his homie's out there.
That was wild,
It's
bro.
a bad one.
If you didn't hear about this, Mike Dean, who's been
don't have to
retired
talk
already
about
like 3 years and still in the news.
Yeah. He put himself in the news.
Because of the what was it last year?
Anthony-
The Chelsea.
The Cucurella
Cucurella
getting
hair
his
pull.
hair
Juan
pulled.
Romero
He said
pulled his
Anthony
hair.
Taylor, if I'm not mistaken, was the gentleman's name, had already gone to the screen once, and he's like, I can't do it to him twice.
Bro,
So,
the fact that
Cucurella, you're just going to have to hold that. And by that, I mean a chunk of your own hair.
Bro, he's like, yo, get a haircut, clean up, all right?
Yeah.
This
He's
is not.
jealous. He's got no hair of his own. He was
100%, he's
mad
a
at
bald
Cucurella.
man.
This man is just like, what are you, a hoodlum with this long hair? You know
You're
what I mean?
looking like a mop. It's your fault.
So last year Cucurella got he got his hair pulled during the game. And it was a while. This was also.
They didn't buy him a drink or
Was this
nothing.
Tuchel's last game or he got
It was
suspended?
one of the last games.
This was during the Tuchel era.
This was Tottenham Chelsea.
Yeah.
It was like the third game of last season.
So
like,
Tottenham
right at the end.
basically survived this match because that did not go to VAR
Yep.
Yeah.
where it should have.
Yep.
So he comes out and says, well, he's my mate, and I wouldn't make him go to the wall and give him any more grief.
Yeah.
He says. So that is admitting that he was, what's the term? Objective, right?
100%. Yeah.
Which one's the bad one? Objective or
Subject. He was
subjective?
not objective.
He was not
not
objective.
objective, yeah, yeah.
Objective. He wasn't acting unbiased. He had some personal relationship that was stopping him from making the right call because he's like, yo, I don't want my boy to catch any heat.
that is not what refereeing is.
That's like when your boy's girl calls you and says, yo, is Steve there? And you're like, what? Like, Steve told me he was with you tonight. And you're like, I'm in the bathroom. And you hang up and you're like, yo, Steve, what the hell you doing?
Yo, Steve.
Yeah.
Steve. You out there? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's over there. He's over there.
No, Steve can't come right now. He's getting his dick. I mean, I gotta go. I gotta go. I'm so sorry. He's my mate.
So wild comments. But so no, I think this has made people be a lot more skeptical of referees. And I saw Christina Uncle on Morning Footy.
She did say that he was misunderstood or not misquoted, but the quote was taken out of context. Meaning he's a workmate. So he understands.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah.
it's still.
I think the workmate is pretty specific.
I would imagine there are 20 match day referees on any given week in the Premier League. I'm sure they know each other pretty well.
Yeah, I'm sure y'all homies.
Yeah, okay. Y'all got handshakes.
Yeah.
Y'all, you know each other pretty well. So you would assume after those comments, so people are kind of being kind of skeptical, and people want more transparency. And so the Premier League or the PGMOL, right? The referee union or whatever.
As they prefer to be pronounced. The pig mole.
They've been releasing.
They've been post-match or after the match, a few weeks or days after the match. They released the VAR audio, of the VAR referee and the assistant VAR referee talking to the pitch referee, the main ref, about what's going on, about whether or not they should come to the screen. And what this has done is shine a light as to just how inept they all are at doing this
So
job.
look, and we're only seeing this on the calls that are controversial.
Why would you share this one? Of all the calls you could share, why would you share the one where 90% of the people watching are going to be like, yeah, I think you got this wrong.
So
dude.
this was the opening game, right?
This is the
week.
one where United survived, barely survived beating Wolves.
Against Wolves. They won 1-0.
Yeah, but come on.
And there was in stoppage time at the end of the game, there was a foul by the goalkeeper, Onana, on a Wolves player. They clattered into him. It was really, really bad.
Yeah.
But we all thought it was a penalty. We couldn't understand why they didn't call it. He hit the dude, absolutely bodied the guy. And
Nowhere near the ball.
nowhere near the ball. But this was, we get to hear what they were talking about. And let's see if you should be able to hear this.
I'm seeing. So the goalkeeper goes to challenge for the ball, and he makes an aerial contact with the Wolves player. It's late and it's clumsy in my opinion. Dawson wins the header.
So he says it right there. It's late.
It's clumsy
I can't
in
show
my
you. It's Premier League
opinion.
footage, but it's late, clumsy in my opinion. So no, I mean, aware that it is a foul, but this is the interesting thing here, because in my mind, I don't see how.
So he smacks into a player. Two players go up together. The player behind the player he
two
clatters
Wolves
into,
players go up for the ball.
Yeah, is the one who heads it. So
Dawson.
he clatters into essentially both of them, but the one he really makes the most contact with is the one who doesn't get the ball.
Right.
And that's the reason it doesn't go to VAR, even though it is a ugly open field NFL tackle.
and that's the reason it's not called a penalty.
Yes.
Even though it's a clear, wild collision.
It's a foul in the box.
It is a foul in the box.
You can't take someone out and be like, but they were nowhere near the ball. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I was nowhere near him when I 2-footed him.
He's also merely inches away from where the actual ball
Right,
is.
right, right.
So they both, the Onana and the Wolves player both go up for the ball. Neither of them get it.
Yeah.
And this was, and hear the rest of it. This is their reasoning for not calling it a penalty.
Caution, Gary O'Neill.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's late. It's very late in the aerial challenge.
Yeah, wait, just go, yeah. Wait, take him away, take him from the way.
No.
Take him from the way.
I think because the Wolves player doesn't head the ball. Yeah, because Dawson heads it.
Just walk away.
Dawson clearly wins the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it.
And then therefore it's a normal collision as they both challenge the ball from the.
That's it. So it's a normal collision because they both challenged for the ball. Since neither of them got it, it's a normal collision. Even so, Onana's and I guess this sets a precedent. If you are going for the ball and neither of you get it, you are essentially allowed to
Right. So
violently.
You heard this here
go
first, folks. If you want to stop the ball from going in goal, and between you and where that ball is going is, say, a stroller with a child, just as an example, feel free to completely truck over it,
Yeah.
knowing no penalty is going to be called. You may have to answer a question.
That baby should have known better.
I know. Hey, why are you there? If that baby would have headed the ball, maybe.
If you want to win the 50-50 duel, you better go for it, baby.
You got to go for the ball,
You
baby.
got to go for the ball. You're
The
not
baby missed the ball. Why? You were sleeping with a banky in your mouth? Well, you can't do that now that there's a cleat sticking out of your forehead.
Insane sort of logic.
Yeah.
My biggest thing about that entire sound is just like the entire time he's talking, I'm like, all right, he thinks it's a penalty. He's about to call it a penalty. Then the assistant VAR is like, oh, now it touches Dawson's head. He's like, oh, yeah, no, it wasn't a penalty.
Oh, you're right. I'm such an idiot. I don't know
he
what I was
said it's
thinking.
very clumsy. It's clumsy. It's very late.
And then
We're
he's
all
oh,
like,
just
well,
did
that
it.
seems like a prerequisite for a foul call here.
It's just surreal that
They should have never let us hear this stuff, because now we know you suck at your job. Before we just assumed
But
it.
is that the precedent of like you can foul somebody if they don't get the ball? That's it.
I don't think you're allowed to go through them the way he did.
It's just such an aggressive challenge where he clearly puts his hands. My man is hanging on the dude's shoulders.
Yeah.
Slaps his arms down like he's giving him a fierce pat on the back.
Right.
And it's a clear foul. So just because
Also, Onana jumps with his hands wide, not even able to catch the ball.
yeah. It's just a wild decision. And if this-
Maybe it's just that it couldn't overturn the decision that was already made on the pitch.
yeah.
But I think this goes to show that, like, come on.
But you hear him. You hear the referee, the VAR say, "Oh, because he didn't get the ball, it's a normal collision." You call that a normal collision,
Bro, what
That's
happens?
the craziest part.
What happens in your Sunday league, ref?
What is this normal is doing a lot of heavy lifting here, bro.
That word normal has found new definition. It showed up to school with a new haircut.
Damn, bro. Why is this normal has a leather jacket on for some reason, bro?
Yo, normal just threw a cigarette butt at me. What happened to normal this summer, dude?
Because the way you address that as a normal collision is beyond me. And then the Akanji offside, the Ake,
The Ake goal.
That was another
Akanji.
one where we don't have the audio queued up, but he basically said, oh, he moves because he's in an offside position, moves his leg out of the way, and he said he didn't affect the keeper's. He didn't affect the play because he thought the keeper made a genuine full dive to try to stop the ball, even though he influenced it because the goalkeeper looks at Akanji. And you can these are the margins of this sport. The keeper does the slightest of hesitations, 0.25 of a second of like, oh, is he gonna get the ball?
Yeah.
And Akanji gets out of the way from the offside position, and because that it slips just right away from his fingers, and that would have, in my opinion, would have been the difference. And they gave that goal.
Even Erling Haaland said, "I'd be furious if they gave that goal.
Yep.
It shouldn't have gone in."
A wild block call.
They should put the mic on Erling Haaland as opposed to these refs.
We need to hear this at the matches, bro. Like, let us know.
Who does that? The Hyundai A League in
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah. Because
It's
this
great. It's great.
it's interesting hearing refereeing, like the logic in game and in the moment, and hearing how they process it, because the game is obviously very, very subjective, and refereeing is subjective. But hearing 4 people being like, all agree, like, oh, normal collision, like, bro, one of you can be like, yo, I don't think that was normal, bro.
I just don't see normal to me, bro. Geico wouldn't accept that.
Can you use a different word? 'Cause I think we're using the wrong dictionary or
Someone
something.
should be like, yo, elaborate on normal, my guy.
All right, let's just wrap up, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to do this before we go, because we've been busy as hell the last couple days. You can handle.
Remember when our producer waved us 5 minutes
Yeah.
about
No,
15 minutes ago?
We can open the
good.
boxes.
How many boxes do you want to open right now?
Well, we'll do the bag first.
Where's the box cutter? Can you hand me that?
Right over here. Okay.
Go ahead, I got it. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Thanks, Dad. He opened it for me.
Don't want you to hurt yourself. This is from.
No, I'm kidding.
This is from. There's a fan of the show. His name is Scotty, Soccer Scotty, on TikTok.
That's a perfect name for
Dude,
one of our fans.
he's great, and he sent us these are kits from these are I think Milwaukee. So let's just see what.
Check out State Soccer Club. Send us a hat and a scarf.
Oh, okay. So
Introducing the most beautiful hat in soccer.
Shout out to States. Oh,
Bro.
Who's
All right, I'll steal that.
the company that is was by Matt
Beasler and a couple other people.
So shout out of Kansas City. So shout out to State Soccer. Thank you so much. All right. So this is from Scotty.
Soccer Scotty.
And this is from a team. This is Milwaukee, right?
It just says FC.
Torrent.
Oh,
The Milwaukee Torrent.
okay. Are they Bayer Leverkusen fan?
Interesting. That's cool.
Yeah, they have a Bayer
little patch
Leverkusen
on the
badge.
side. Yeah.
This is they're in. Is it USL? It's a US.
This looks like
What's
Chicago.
the
to me.
name of the
Milwaukee-
team again?
Milwaukee Torrent. I think is it a USL? One of like a League One or something.
Let me check it out.
And we got a scarf as well.
The men play in the NPSL.
NPSL. Okay.
Shouts to the NPSL, bro. Shouts to all the lower leagues. Yeah, Milwaukee. Milwaukee Torrent.
Milwaukee Torrent. So
Yo, shouts to Milwaukee. A few years ago, I was there performing.
that's
and
pretty
I said,
cool.
Yo, this city needs a club. And
I like that scarf.
yeah, this is really dope. The colors are awesome.
yeah, I love it.
Go to
I like that
Sobelman's
blue.
Pub and Grill. Go support
Okay.
the Torrent, bro.
So Scotty, thank you so much for sending. Make sure Scotty's on
Scotty too hotty.
on TikTok.
It's a rap thing, I think.
And he's great. You know what? There's like, you know, the I think the people who are fans of our show,
Mm-hmm.
I've always said that. I always feel like they would be they're cool peoples that we want to like be around.
100%,
And hang
they'd be
out.
the homies.
Exactly. And Scotty's great on TikTok because he does the Lord's work, which is arguing with people who comment on his videos like it's called football and like whatever. And it's it's a
I'm
thankless job.
exhausted by it.
It's a thankless job.
I like to stick to soccer. It's like, it's what we're doing. And by the way, your dumbass grandparents invented the word.
So, but it's so I appreciate he always has great takes and really a big an advocate for American soccer and just doing, you know, similar to what we're doing and a lot of dope people. So
And we got cool socks to match it from
from Patrick
Gabaldon
Art. So thank you so much, Scotty. Seriously, we appreciate it. Shout out to the Milwaukee Torrent.
Shouts to everybody who
Best of
listens.
luck
You guys
in-
are so creative. We have such a creative, artistic.
Shout out to the community.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
Love
shouts
it.
to the peoples.
Let's go. Okay. So everybody, thank you.
Also, shouts to Christian. Pulisic and Selena Gomez. Invite us to the wedding, bro.
Dude, I look, nothing would make me happier than to see them.
Hell yeah, bro.
See them together. Well, we saw Selena Gomez. Remember, she was flirting with the Sunday League.
Yeah.
Remember that video that she was flirting with she went to a soccer game and she was flirting with like players and stuff. She was like, "I'm single. I just she was making a lot of jokes." You didn't see this?
No, yo, we got to get you
Alexis,
to a
you should have
national
been
team.
there,
Bro,
We got to get you to a national. All right, we got to go. Show me after the show. Thank you guys. We love you so much. Thank you for listening. Don't forget the subscribe button, hit the follow button, give us 5 stars, leave a nice review. If it's funny, we'll read it on the show.
Download the episode. We love you guys.
Oh, yeah. Hit the download button already,
Hit
bro.
that download button.
Peace, everybody.
Love you guys.